stuff underneath there. Hold on. I was told I shouldn't bring this up here. D4 in the house. This is very unstable. All right. So, anyhow, it has been a long, long journey. I started this thing a long, long time ago as this wide-eyed and bushy-tailed kid that got a phone call from a friend, and I was working at this agency as the art director, and he goes, "Yeah, I heard you'd be good to do Addies." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." I had no idea. I'd been to a couple shows, didn't have any idea. So we produced a show, went off without a hitch, which was really good because it was a lot of work. I kind of caught the bug. And someone said, "Wait a minute, you can design stuff too, can't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, in my spare time." And they're like, "Okay, well, why don't you be communications director?" I'm like, "All right." So I was on the board. Okay. Next year was like, "Can you do it again?" "Yeah." And then the next year, "Hey, you never pick a fight with anybody. Can you do Addies?" I'm like, "What do you mean pick a fight?" They're like, "Well, we got a problem with Addies. It's the biggest moneymaker. Kind of keeps our club alive." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you're putting your club's whole entire future on my head." "Okay, yeah, no problem." So I did. I said yes. Then they put me on the executive board, and I went through the trail of that all the way up through president. At the same time, all of a sudden, the district board, because I was that wide-eyed, bushy-tailed kid, said, "What can I do? What can I do? Can I help?" And they said, yes, you can. So all of a sudden, I was in the district board. So there was a time when I was second vice president, first vice president, also second lieutenant governor, and first lieutenant governor on the district board. And then Gail Bozeman from the AAF said they were going to have new software. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I built some. Why don't you use mine?" They said, "Well, we got this company that's going to take care of it." So all year long, I was going, "Hey, it could do this, or does it know how to do this? Maybe it could do this." And she's like, "Where were you during beta testing?" I'm like, "In the backyard, playing." And so she pulls me aside at the national conference in LA a long time ago and says, "So-and-so is going to take care of the front end, you're going to take care of the back end, and talk to all these people." I'm like, "So I'm speaking. I'm speaking in front of the entire group of governors who were pissed off that this software didn't work." This one was a joke. And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." So I, again, didn't say no. Went ahead, did it, had a good time doing it, and caught the bug. And then the chair of that time, Mike Weber, in his, I don't know if he was smart or if he was just desperate, went, "I'm going to keep my eye on you. You're going to be on this committee." I said, "Okay." And Tony Pearman, the next time after that, said, "I will not do this job as chair unless I can have Jeffrey as my vice chair." Honored, again, not being able to say no, said, "Okay." Right off the surface. And then after that, Stacy McCullough, who I grew up with on the 9th District Board, took over the helm, and again, I couldn't say no. She was my boss for so many years, why not keep it going? And then George Riddell takes over, and he looks at me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do this if you're not saying yes." I'm like, "Okay, I'll keep doing it." Because I love it. It's what I do. Addies is a passion, and Addies is just something that I've kind of just ingrained with. I'm a creative, I'm a technical, I'm a hybrid. And I love doing this stuff. I love watching it come together. I love working with it. And especially, it's the family. The AAF family is second to none. Can I get a hell yeah? Give yourself a round of applause. AAF family, you will never ever forget them. And don't think, even though I'm stepping down, that if I don't have kids that weekend and Susan and I are available, we are coming to a conference where you're sitting on the beach going, that's going to be me. Yeah, right? My phone, I'm sure, is still out there. My phone number, a lot of people will still call it, and that's okay. I will still answer calls. I don't want to give it up, but there's a few things that are more important than AAF to me. It's my new family. Susan Waldeck has thankfully moved from Florida to California. I'm a lucky man. She brought with her 3 kids, her 3 wonderful quadrupeds, and we get to the Brady Bunch with my 2 kids. And it's a beautiful thing. We are now in the process of closing on a house. beautiful thing. So, yes, so there are 3 things I want you to think about and take away from this. All right. The first one is own it. If you're going to volunteer for this organization and you say yes, like I did so many times, because again, I have a tattoo permanently inscribed saying I would say yes to anything for anything. I'm going to have that removed when I get off the stage. Own it. Do what you say you're going to do. Okay? It's very simple. If you say you're going to volunteer for it, just do it. And never be a committee of one. I've done it. It sucks. All right? Second thing is passion. You got to have passion for what you do. If you're not going to have passion about this organization, if you're not going to have passion about the award show or the mosaics or anything like that, maybe you should think about something else. I love advertising. I get paid to be a child every day and think of shit that no one else does. Excuse me first. That's the fun part of this job. And the last thing I want to leave you with is leave it better than you found it. Leave it better than you found it. Why not go out on top when we have the best software company taking care of our stuff right now? All right? I can walk away from this knowing full well that everything is in good hands. George, Michelle, couldn't have done this without you. Joanne, you are amazing. I don't know how that woman does it. Let's give a big hand for Joanne Shepard. Thank you, mister, for allowing me to do this for as long as I can. Wally, thank you for letting me do this as long as I have. I really appreciate the time. I love you all. I'm really sad to go. But at the same time, I'm going to be the one sitting at the pool going, when you're ready, I've got a drink for you. Thank you.